as the flag of peace unfurled, I shall serve my community, held achieve universal unity. I shall dedicate my all. World understanding shall be my cherished goal. With a four-way test, I'll pursue my quest, giving my little way help attain. Peace in the world, I shall not have lived in vain.
Alright, so now we proceed with the four-way test, objects of Rotary and goals of Rotaract. Let's call on past President Rotaractor J.N. Vianney Dagandan.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. For the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? For the objects of Rotary, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and profession, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a word fellowship of business and professional persons united in ideals of service. For the goals of Rotaract is to develop professional and leadership skills, to emphasize respect for the rights of others, and to promote ethical standards and a dignity for all useful occupations, to provide opportunity for young people to address the needs and concerns of the community and our world, to provide opportunity for working in cooperation with sponsoring Rotary clubs, and to motivate young people for eventual membership into Rotary.
Thank you so much, JN. So at this juncture, let me call on Christopher Topel Ligunas, Club Internet Communication Officer from the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, to introduce our attending Rotarians, both face-to-face and in the virtual setting.
Good evening, everyone. Present in the virtual room, Rotarian is past District Governor EP and Empolional Coordinator Mian Solomon.
Present. Good evening.
Wait. Here in Casino Espanyol, headed by President Attorney Burns Samago. Present also is past District Governor Yumi Espina with spouse Sandra. Also Treasurer June Torres. Vice President and also present is Vice President and President-elect Polly Jang. Then Director Jason Ong. Notarian Attorney Sid Diparini. And we have also our honorary member Fritz and Pearl Strolls. And yours truly, Christopher Ligunas and my spouse, Dee.
All right, I think all of our Rotarians are introduced and recognized. So again, welcome to our 29th General Membership Meeting. Aside from our Rotarians, we are also joined by Rotaractors both face-to-face and in the virtual setting. So to introduce our there you go. To introduce our Rotaractors, let me call on Chaska Marie Canubas, Vice President-elect of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of San Carlos Chapter.
Good evening, everyone. Allow me to acknowledge the presence of our participants, starting with our life-changing president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente Comp-based, Jacob Jericho Delino and its officers. Life-changing president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of San Carlos, Louis James Haminao and its officers. Life-changing president of Rotary Club Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter, Arwin Epis and its officers, ADRR, DRRE, and Filipinas MDIO Statistics Associate, Chevy Rizalado. Filipinas MDIO International Affairs Associate, JN Biani. Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente Community-Based President-elect, June Justin Hisong. Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente Community-Based Secretary-elect, Nisa Mariven Revoltor. Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, University of San Carlos President-elect, Rico Maria Diaz. Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, University of San Carlos Secretary-elect, Abigail Ibanez. Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter, President-elect, Roldan Lirazan. Rotary Club of Cebu Puente, University of the Visayas Chapter Secretary-elect Nislin Canonigo.
All right. I think all Rotaractors are also recognized. Thank you so much, Chaska, no, for um sharing our list of Rotaractors this evening. So of course, everyone, a Rotary year is about to close, but it has been one Rotary year that truly lived out in its mission to serve and change lives. It is just timely and relevant to recognize the amazing and life-changing year of our Rotaract clubs of Cebu Fuente and celebrate their milestones together as one Rotary and Rotaract clubs of Cebu Fuente. And that is the very reason why we are gathered this evening. To start off in sharing his achievements together with the club is the life-changing president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente Community Base, President Jacob Jericho Dolino.
Good evening, everyone. So it's my pleasure to report to the Mother Club the club achievements of the Rotaract Club Cebu Fente Community Based. To start is a teaser video of the club accomplishments for the past Rotary year. I cancel. So to start, the Rotary Club of Cebu Frente with its club ID number 84256 with the charter date March 6, 2009. For the club administration, the club has active 24 members. 24 members are reported to RI and the 24 members have the My Rotary account. For the club accomplishment, Bakuna Tabay is a COVID vaccine advocacy program under disease prevention and treatment. So it started from July 2021 to present. I myself, as an infection prevention and control officer, the chair of vaccination campaign of our hospital, talked to different with speaking engagements to 2 universities and 3 municipalities in Cebu. So it is an information drive and testimonies we posted online. So we are proud to say that 100% of our members are fully vaccinated. Another program that we started is the Bye Bye Bolate, started July 2021. Still under the disease prevention and treatment, it is an information drive and albendazole or the deworming tablets to children 2 years old and above. So we've partnered with DOH, LGUs, and RHUs. So we've provided deworming tablets to Banilad, Marigondon, Mabolo, and Dalagat already. So we're planning to continue this project. Another one is the mental health. So this is a phase 2 of our help.net. So we proceed to the community phase program that provided mental health care services to carers and carers. So this served as a pilot testing sa among help.net, but sad to say it was stopped due to the high cases of the COVID in Cebu. Another project is the IV medications turnover to the Pediatrics Department of Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center. So still in July project, we had the feeding program in partnership with Sangguniang Kabataang Banilad Cebu Kids of the Healthy Lugaw. Another project on the July is the health check. It is a Cebu Council activity in partnership with Barangay Tap Tap, Cebu City, in which we provided hand hygiene, dental care, medical mission, and book reading to the residents of Barangay Tap Tap. Then we had our joint basic orientation seminar with the 2 Rotary clubs of Cebu Fuentes. So we have from UV and USC. The club also participated on the One District, One bloodletting activity last July 26 to 28, 2021. 4 our members donated blood on the said activity. And last August 28, 2021, the club had its 14th club induction with our guest speaker, past RI President John Germ, with the presence of RI Director Verpi Honkala. In this event, we inducted 3 new members. We also had the Elevate Rotaract under the Basic Education and Literacy last September 18, 2021. This is a partnership project with our sister club, the Rotary Club of Report Zone, Subic Bay. We had 78 participants, and we had past RI President Barry Racin as the speaker of the said event, and also the presence of RI Director Rafi Garcia. For the District Assembly, Pista sa Distrito, held last September 26 to 28, the council representative was past president of the community-based Ansindadula to the Festival Queen competition. From day 1 to day 2, the members of the club were present, and the club also served as part of the organizing committee of the Pista 2021. And also another project, collaboration project with the 3 Rotary clubs is the Pink Perspective 2021, the second year of this project, Pink in the New Norm, in which we shared facts and perspectives of cancer patient and carers. No? It is a second partnership with Cebu Doctors College of Medicine, I Can Serve, and the Mother Club. And also on November 14, 2021, we distributed new normal kits to our best friends as part of our appreciation to them. And Pink Forward 2.0, part of the Pink October celebration, in which we showcase different stories and perspective of best friends in partnership with Waterfront, I Can Serve, CDN, RCCF, and the 3 Rotary clubs. And as part of the End Polio campaign, the Learn, Share, Donate to End Polio, the club posted factuals about the polio cases in the Philippines, and also with our past presidents, Erica Graystan and J.N. Dagandan, participated in I Run to End Polio Season 2. And the club also donated to the Rotary Foundation under Polio Plus funds. And another banner project of the club is the Rotaract in Action 123 Sold. So items coming from the club were donated and to be auctioned live via Zoom. Then funds gathered were used for the project Educare for our Marigondon partner for the special education, kids, students with special needs. The club also joined the RPC, the Rotary Presidential Conference 21 in Manila. So we have here the pictures of the club officers who joined the activity. And also last November 6, the club participated in the coastal cleanup in partnership with the Rotaract Clubs of Bohol. So we cleared the part of in Alona, Panglao, Bohol. Another project with the Rotaract Club of Tagbilaran as part of our twin club agreement or the first club agreement. We had the mural painting last November 7, 2021. So the Friendship Club signing agreement happened last November 7 with the Rotaract Club of Tagbilaran. And also we celebrated our 13th charter anniversary last November 28, 2021 with the presence of Rotarian Jesse Harman as our guest speaker. So for our project for the year 2022, we started the Tindog Sugbuanon. So it's an emergency relief drive for the Typhoon Odette victims and survivors in Cebu. So for the first wave, started last December 2021 at Talisay. Second wave at January 9, 2022 at Carcar City. Third wave last January 22, 2022 at Mandaue City. And the fourth wave last April 23, 2022. This is for the Bagyong Agaton. So in total, we reached 568 families and we collected, I think that's the last time, but we collected around 190,000 as of last April 23. So another part of the Tindog Sugbuanon is the Balik Bahay, Balik Buhay project. So because of the generous donations coming from our donors, we shifted to the phase 2 of the project. So this is in partnership with the Cebu Doctors College of Nursing. So we have 2 beneficiaries who chosen for the house rehabilitation. The target date of the turnover is this last week of May. So at this moment, they are still constructing the renovation of the house. And also, because of the Tindog Sugbuanon response, we were featured in the Bangon Cebu special feature Powerhouse by the IPI. And as last mentioned with our project auction, Rotaract in Action 123 sold. So the funds were used for the EduCare project in Marigondon Elementary School in partnership with the CNU College, CNU Council of Special Educators. So we distributed 102 school and hygiene kits to the SPED students of the Marigondon. Another project that we launched is the Kaagaan at Kaakbay ng Kapwa. So this is a mental health program that has 2 proponents, the Oplan Dasig, delivering alternative services for infirm groups and bridging gaps. For the Oplan Dasig, this is a 1.5-month project in Poblacion Dalaget. So we gathered professionals such as psychometricians, psychologists, and on-call psychiatrists in which we provided mental health and psychosocial support. So we a lot of students are actually a lot of the residents of the Dalaget are actually traumatized with the Bagyong Odette. So very somewhat visible pod when we came in last February 20. But as we go along with the process, there were big achievements, and with the we also referred them to psychiatrists. So we had a partnership with another organization, the Lingap Diwa. So if ever we had patients nga need further assistance that cannot be accommodated by the psychologist, we referred them to the psychiatrist. Another proponent is the bridging gaps. This started last April 28. So we started it in Barangay Cantood, Balamban, Cebu. So this is in partnership with Lingap Diwa. So we somewhat bring psychiatrists and neurologists into the Montenos barangays. So me, myself, past President JN and past District Rotaract Representative Don Kanama are trained to screen patients for neurologic and psychiatric disorders. So we screened them and we referred it to the doctors that needed their care. So at first, we catered 85 patients in Barangay Cantuod, Balamban. So it focuses on neurological and psychiatric disorders. And another project is the bag tag or the colostomy bag turnover of colostomy bags. So the first set, we distributed 60 sets to the Dalaget RHU. For the second set, we provided 60 sets to charity cases of St. Vincent General Hospital. And the third set is we provided 30 sets to Mr. Romel Sombrano's aunt. So we're hoping if Rotoractors, you know someone who needs colostomy bag, we have spared some, so you could contact us so that we could give you the colostomy bags. Another project is the PAWS, or the People for Animal Welfare and Safety, in which we had last April 24 in coordination with Mayari Animal Rescue Organization, or the MARO in short. So they had, this is the shelter is located in a very mountainous area in Guadalupe. So we supposedly we had our second visit last Saturday, but we didn't push it because of the rainy weather, so it might be hard for us to climb niya basin madisgrasyon si Mako. So we donated dog and cat foods, and also we bonded with the dogs. So we also posted pictures of the dog as part of our campaign for the adoption of these dogs. So we bathe them and we feed them. Another achievement of the club is when the club achieved the Rotary Presidential Citation. So for the 8 consecutive years, the club has been a recipient of the Rotary Presidential Citation. And for the Gear Awards, or the groundbreaking and exemplary accomplishments of the Rotoractors for the 2020, the club has achieved the highest distinction to be given in a Rotaract club, which is the Platinum Award. Also, two of our club members received awards during the said event. No, the Meritus Service Award for MDIO Officer Past President J.N. Vianney Dagandan for being the Managing Director of Ang Balangay. Meritus Service Award for MDIO Officer Past President J.N. Vianney Dagandan as the International Affairs Associate. Meritus Service Award for MDIO Officer Xavier Resolado, Pilipinas MDIO Statistics Officer. So since 2021, the club has been the recipient of the groundbreaking. So when the Gear Award started last 2021, the club was awarded with Gold Award. So by this year, the club has achieved the highest distinction, which is the Platinum Award. Out of for District 3860, were only 3 clubs that represented the district, and the Rotaract Club of Cebu Frontier Community Base is the only club from our district that received the Platinum Award. I think that's the last part of my report.
Wow, so that was a very long list of achievements, President Jacob, no? But that's a testimony or a testament of all the hard work you led the club into for your respective Rotary years. So again, everyone, let's give a virtual and astounding round of applause to President Jacob Jericho Dolino. All right, so let us now proceed to the club reports by the University of the Visayas chapter. So let's call on life-changing President Rotaractor Arwin Epil.
Good evening, everyone. Let me share the screen. So just a proper heads up first. My report is not as grand as the last club that went before me. Okay. So I made this report as short as possible, showcasing my promise to my club, in which what happened before was we almost ended up as a dead club. So basically what I did to, or what I promised to my club, is to create a set of new Rotaractors that will become the future of our club. Let me start by showcasing my first. So this is our history. So we started, or our club started with a Rotary team, Rotary Serving Humanity, with past president Adrian Edward Aninion, which is our club advisor right now, and he is also the president for the second term, which is Rotary Making a Difference, with the banner project Educate. And the next is past president Jade Zafra with the banner project Trasher. And third is past president Justin Bermoy with the banner project Happy for HIV AIDS prevention projects. And next is past president Maria Leia Maraviles with the project Craft recycling materials. And next is yours truly with the banner project Ecolution, creating a difference in our um, adopted community in Mantayupan, Barili. And our club administration, this is actually not the most, I mean, the updated information. So this is when we did our DRR's report. So what we have right now is 33 members, and we have 26 active members, 7 inactive, and 25 are reported. 8 are not yet reported, but right now all of them are reported, and all of them has an account with Rotary website. And this is our video. Sure. So that is our short video for the accomplishments that we had for this year. So this is a detailed presentation. What is the club accomplishment of Rotaract UB? So first is Protocol 101, which is, or the speaker is actually here with us, past president of Combase, Kuya JN Vianney Dagandan. And next is the levels of leadership. The speaker of this is one of our advisor, Sir Neil Impas. And the fellowship night, we have this, or we consider this as an accomplishment in our club, because it is the first time that we actually hosted an event for the whole Cebu Council of Rotaract Clubs. And next is Let's Talk, another membership growth webinar. And second, or the last, is my banner project, which is Ecolution. It's 1.0 because we are still going to go back there and finish our garden with more plants to grow and more things to do, especially in designing the whole garden to make it more presentable. And we will be giving it to the community after it will be done. And our last is the presidential citation that we had last month, and this is for our club. So that is our report.
Thank you so much, President Erwin. No? So you mentioned earlier that your report may be that short, but what's important is the kind of impact that you give to your beneficiaries. So you have done a great job as well, being the president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas chapter. So round of applause again to President Erwin. And next, last but not the least, let's now proceed to the club reports by the University of San Carlos. We have Rotaractor Life-Changing President Louis James Haminal.
Good evening, everyone. It is my honor to report to you our accomplishments by the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of San Carlos. I'd like to highlight that these achievements is a contribution or collective efforts of the members and officers. Next now. Allow me to present the incumbent club officers headed by life-changing president, yours truly, Louis James Haminal, with our executive secretary, Kiara Marie Largo, and the rest of the executive officers and board of directors. We have a 165 active Rotaractors and 35 identified and active Rotary members. And then we have a total of 70 Rotaractors reported to the Rotary International, and 165 of our Rotaractors have a My Rotary account. Allow me to present the club accomplishments for the month of July last 2021. We kickstarted our Rotary year, with our bannered project called Double Burden of Malnutrition and COVID-19, the first 1,000 days and beyond of baby. So this is for the maternal and child health care, and our beneficiaries are the lactating mothers and expecting mothers from Dalagete. And then we had a total of 185 individual beneficiaries. And then for this long month initiative, health initiative, we have series of activities such as the Nutri Tips, and then we focused on topics that would help expecting mothers on what to do when when they have the baby. And then we also had Rap Cooking 101 Season 2. This project was started by immediate past President Gerald Nitz Ponce, but this year we wanted to make it vegetables centric. And then next we had the Dial a Dietitian, a medical teleconsultation. We acknowledge that some of the vulnerable sectors of our society are hesitant to go to the hospitals. So we approached to them in a very friendly way by giving them the teleconsultation with our registered nutritionist and dietitians, Mr. Irana. So we received calls and helped patients for the teleconsultations as far as Surigao. Next, we had our Nutrition Month weekly pamphlets. So these are series of pamphlets, and then every week we release pamphlets with different topics for expecting and lactating mothers. We also joined the health check as part of the Cebu Council of Rotary Clubs project. We also joined and volunteered the One District, One Blood letting activity. And this project, which is Interact, a virtual friendship encounter in celebration of the World Friendship Day. This was headed by our international director, Francine Biancago, along with our social-cultural director, Kayla Torres. We had as participants as far as UAE, India, Australia, and I can't remember all the countries, but it was an international event. For the month of August, last 2021, the RACCF USC was one of the student organizations in the university to release a solidarity message in line with the mental health You Are Not Alone campaign of the USC SSC. We were also elected for the second year as the vice president for the conglomeration of student organizations in the University of San Carlos. We also joined the USC Week of Welcome virtual booth fair. And then we won third prize, and then the prize was donated to the End Polio Foundation. We also joined and co-hosted the Rotaractors Night with our mother club, Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. We were also invited to the Mustanabay Getting Back on Track webinar of the USC SSC, where our student leaders from our club was able to share how their coping mechanism during these trying times, the COVID-19 pandemic. We also had our Ligata, the 14th induction and turnover ceremonies, where we inducted our life-changing officers and members. We also had our life-changing program where our beneficiary was Tatay Almar, who was diagnosed of the rectal cancer stage 3. And then we had our second joint basic orientation seminar with the RACCF CB, community-based, and the University of the Visayas chapter. We also had our Project Baby, a breastfeeding aid for baby and you. So we tapped a local tailoring shop here in Cebu City to produce or to make the breastfeeding cover. And then we donated it to a community in Talamban. For September 2021, our International Club Committee and Sociocultural Club Committee attended the Eco-Block webinar by the Rotaract Club in Sri Lanka. We also had our first wave of Island Inspiration in Bohol. This is in Bohol. There were 61 beneficiaries. These are students of past President Nino Philip Fernandez. So our Rotaractors who were based in Bohol went to that island and distributed the hygiene and educational kit. For October 2021, we joined the Pink Perspective Year 2. We also had the Pabakuna Tabay campaign, and then the World Polio Day celebration, where we invited some of the student organization officers in the University of San Carlos so that our club may be able to share to them the top priority of the Rotary International, which is to end polio. We also launched our Piso to End Polio. This is a donation drive campaign and a suggestion by one of our aspiring members. And then we had volunteers and members from Visayas and Mindanao who topped several establishments in the Central Visayas and Mindanao, and then they put up the donation bottles. And then we are so proud to share that our club was able to raise a total of $200, which we donated to the End Polio funds of the Rotary International. Next year, maybe 10 pesos na sad to end polio or 50 pesos to end polio. For November 2021, we attended the Manila Rotary International Presidential Conference 2021, thanks to the sponsorship of our mother club. And then we were invited to DYRF, where immediate past President Gerald Nitz Ponce talked about the bannered projects of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente USC and what we do in our club as one of our top priorities, which is to donate and to help to end polio. Our first 12 days of Christmas activity was the Makulay na Pasko, where we tapped the Kite Foundation and then a volunteer teacher from the University of San Carlos School of Architecture, Fine Arts and Design taught the kids basic drawings and colorings. And then the initial plan was to scan their drawings and then lay out in a gift templates para i-print and then sell it to our partner na mga stores But unfortunately, na-absent din mi sa audit, so murag wala na namo na-produce. Second is we had our Laruan para kay Bruno. This is in partnership with Mayari also, and then we helped them in promoting their adoption campaign. And then we were able to donate a certain amount of money to the foundation. We also celebrated the World's Toilet Day by handing out sanitation and toiletries to a certain organization, Balay Samaritano, if I'm not mistaken. We also had our year 2 of the Balik Handog project. So for this year, we launched our book entitled Leo's First Day. So we had our and Polio Now Zone Coordinator, Tita Gov Mary Ann Alcordo Solomon, who was our guest speaker. And then in the future, we are planning to produce the books. We are looking for partners, especially printing partners or partners. Yeah. And then we had our Bukas Palad, a book donation drive. And then we gathered books from our donors in Visayas and some from Mindanao. And then we donated it to the pediatric center or pediatric ward of the Vicente Soto. And then nakalimot ko another beneficiary, but we had 3 beneficiaries. For December 2021, we were again invited for the Mustanabay, the podcast Managing Stress and Anxiety on Online Class, how student orgs thrive in this pandemic. So it was an opportunity for us. We had our wave 2 of Ireland Inspiration, but this during December, the beneficiary was the students or kids from the St. Arnold Janssen in Lapu-Lapu. We had Upgrade, Advancing Knowledge Towards Business Success, where we invited small business owners and to equip them with knowledge regarding marketing and how to sell their products. This is our bannered project for the month of December. It's called the Mudagayday. So Mudagayday is a Buwanog term for flow. So a donation drive for the victims of the Super Typhoon Odette. So it is our goal to give or donate water to 7 areas in Visayas and Mindanao, like Surigao, Siargao, Negros Oriental, Negros Occidental, Palawan, Bohol, and Cebu. And up to date, we also had our wave 2. So this is in Surigao. So to date, I am proud to share with you that we have accumulated a total of 70,000 pesos worth of donations, and we were able to give more than 15,000 liters of water and help more than 500 families. We also had our Liwanag 2021. This is an e-concert for the kids with special needs. For February, we had our Santa Tell Me. So this is an audiobook which we donated to a certain deaf community or foundation here in Cebu. And the stories are written by our volunteers from different student organizations in the university. We also had the wave 2 of our Bukas Palad. And then we joined the Rotaract Olympics. We are the only club who represented the district to the Rotaract or Philippine Rotaract Olympics, where our badminton players got bagged 2nd and 3rd for male and female category, and our COD tournament or Call of Duty tournament was the 4th in rank. For March, we attended or we had our series of activities for the entire World Rotaract Week. We had the Bingo Night for a cause. Kwentong Rotaract, where our Rotaractors share their memorable moments. We had our Rack Cinema online, and then we had our Cranes for Peace. We also had our Twin Club agreement with the Rotaract Club of Paseo de Rojas. We also attended the World Rotaract with Hygiene Kit Giving, the World Rotaract Bowling Fellowship, and then the DRR's visit. And this is one of the proudest moments of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, USC, where our 5 nominees to the Rotary Youth in Leadership Awards were top 60 finalists. And then Rotaractor Abigail Ibanez, the secretary-elect, is the most outstanding Railarian for 2022. And I am a very proud kuya because all of the competitions that they joined, most of the winners are coming from the RACCF USC, such as the extemporaneous speech and then essay writing contest. We also turned over menstrual kits in line with the celebration of the Women's Month. For April 2022, we partnered with Subo Cares and Visayan Youth Matters for donation drive for Bye Bye City. And we joined the Let the Earth Breathe campaign, where we gathered more than 50 signatures from different student organizations and students in the university. This is a call out to protect our environment. Year 2 of Strands of Hope, where we donated our donated hairs to the Kite Foundation Ateneo. And these are the monthly activities that we believe help our Rotaractors and members develop their skills. We launched our first ever podcast team. It's called the Beyond Borders. So every month we have guests where our Rotaractors interview the guest on depending on what the area of focus is celebrating during that month. And then the guests share their advocacies and how Rotaractors get involved in these activities. I'd like to share that this is composed of 30 or more than 30 equally talented hosts, writers, sound editors, you name it, everything, the production staff. And I am very proud of them. This is the Rack Cinema Online. Para lang our Rotaractors will get together every month and then chillax after exams and then watch movies together. And then our club have a group of talented writers where we assign them every after an activity, we ask them to write articles to the Philippine Rotaract magazine. And this Rotary year, we were able to submit a total of 12 articles to PRM. And I'd like to thank the writers for actively submitting articles to PRM. And as mentioned by President Jacob in his presentation, that the GEAR Awards is the highest Philippine awarding committee or awarding chair, where they recognize the achievements of the Rotaractors from all over the Philippines. And the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of San Carlos received its first GEAR Awards for the outstanding project in collaborative category called the Modagayday donation drive campaign for the victims of Super Typhoon Odette. And then this year, our first gold distinction. So second highest from platinum and then gold. So our first. So I'd like to congratulate the entire team and thank them for helping our club achieve the MDIO goals. Next year, let's go. Kaya-kaya po nato. Platinum na. And that's pretty much it. Our presentation and accomplishments of our club for this Rotary year.
Congratulations, life-changing President Louie. No, I can see that you have a lot of supporters in our virtual chat. So, congratulations daw, daghan sa kay kag fans. So, this is a proof also that you have been a great leader and these supporters are right beside you when you had your journey as the life-changing president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of San Carlos chapter. So, to our presidents, no, despite 2021 being a COVID recovery year, you Rotaractors or you presidents or our Rotaract clubs have managed to pull a life-changing year. Of course, with the help of our mother club, the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. So again, congratulations to the three Rotaract clubs for a job well done. You all deserve a thundering round of applause. Yes, congratulations again, everyone. And to proceed with the next part of our program, of course, in Rotaract and Rotary, we value the continuity of projects and activities by passing the torch to the next set of officers who will lead in the transition from serving to change lives to the Rotary theme for the upcoming year, which is to imagine Rotary. So let me welcome again the presidents to do life-changing presidents to do the honors of introducing their successors, and for these incoming presidents to share their plans for the next Rotary year. So let's all start with the president of the Rotary Club Cebu Fuente Community Based, life-changing President Jacob Jericho Dolino.
So I'll just introduce the president-elect, and president-elect will be the one to share slide. A little bit, just a little bit description of his plans for the next Rotary year. Brief. Nawala ako. So it is my honor to introduce the president-elect of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente Community Based, June Justin Zole.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes, June, go ahead.
Hi. Hi, good evening, everyone. Allow me first to introduce my upcoming officers for the Imaginative Rotary Year 2022 to 2023.
Active si Luisa, no? So,
To give a very brief background or a very brief timeline of the activities for my term, here are the first 6 activities that I have in mind for my term. So first off, our club will be joining the bloodletting activity with the mother club. And for August, it will be our club's annual induction. And for September, we will do an educare or a tree planting activity, as well as we would like to continue the auction activity that has been going on since 2020. For October, we will be giving our full support to our mother club for the Pink October activities. And for our November, what I have in mind is our charter anniversary celebration. And for the December, it will be our yearly Christmas party. For January, we will be celebrating the Power of Love activity, as well as we will recognize and rather celebrate autism awareness. And for February, it will be our ProCon activity. For March, we will be supporting the Cebu Council for the World Rotaract Week. And for April, I would like to continue the pause project, since personally I do enjoy um, having animals. And for the next 2 months, it will be the preparation. Rather, our club will be lending a hand in preparing for the discon by our district representative Shivi Resolado. If you noticed, excuse me, the activities that we have are actually short, because I would like to somewhat start my term small, because from there we would be able to have much bigger activities on hand. And with that, I would like to keep the momentum going that Jacob has started for the last year. With that said, that will be all for me. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, President-elect June from the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. At this time, we have a special part of the program, so allow me to call on Attorney Bernardino Burns Amago IV for a special part of our program this evening before we proceed with the rest of the President-elect.
Thank you. Thank you, Ajilu. While we're all excited for the next Rotary year, no one is more excited than the life-changing presidents. I, for one, will tell you that I really am very excited for the next Rotary year, but we'll keep the suspense. We'll hear from the next two Rotaract clubs on their plans for next year, because we have heard a very great news in relation to our life-changing year. In fact, I was teary-eyed messaging our honorary member because of the generosity that they have shown to the indigent children with autism. So the manifestation of their kindness will indeed have a great impact, a life-changing impact at that, to the indigent children of with autism. So they are giving through the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente to Reach Center an amount of 500,000 pesos as a scholarship grant for the chosen qualified children with autism under the Reach Center educational program for children with autism. So thank you so much to our honorary members, Chris Cross, and of course, the lovely spouse, Pearly. So may I request President-elect Polly Jang, along with the representatives of the Reach Center. We have past District Governor Yumi Espina and spouse Sandra, and our generous donors, Fritz and Pearly. Okay. We'll have a photo op for posterity's sake on this wonderful act of kindness.
Hindi na ko connect sa Wi-Fi. Tawid sa ako, connect ba? Para kang kinsa na-roll ka?
The time. We can give you all the time. That's okay. At this point, we will hear from the representative of Reef Center.
Okay, na? Okay. Thank you, President Burns, and of course, President-elect Bully for receiving this particular gift check from our honorary members, Fritz and Pearly Strutz. You know, Fritz and Pearly are very avid supporters of Reach Center, and we are very grateful for their continuous support for the special children. So, of course, you know that Reach is also a foundation, and this being a donation for, we will name this the Fritz and Pearly Scholarship Grant. On on behalf of the children and of course the Parents Reach Foundation, we'd like to express our grateful thanks and appreciation to both our honorary members, Fritz and Pearly. Thank you very much.
You so much, PDGU. And just to inform everyone, and that's why I really wanted to take this time because our Rotaractors are here. So you'll be inspired by the kindness and generosity shown by our honorary members. They've not only given that amount, in fact, they have also supported already one scholar, which means that it's already a total of um, almost 600,000 because it's 82,000 per year, and they will continue the scholarship up to the time of President Polly. So a total of 2 year scholarship for one student in Reach Center, aside from the scholarship grant that was just given a while ago. So again, let's give our honorary member, Fritz Trolls, and the lovely spouse, Pearly, for their life-changing generosity. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, well, before we go back to the Rotaractors, allow me then to extend my congratulations to all my Rotaract life-changing presidents for their wonderful achievement this year. It seems like the project of your mother club is put to shame for the for the wonderful projects and the impact you have given to your community. So may your ranks grow broader, wider, and bigger, and may you become inspirations to each of your club and the Rotaractors under them. So back to you, Ajilu.
Thank you so much, Attorney Burns. And again, thank you to our honorary members, Sir Fritz and Miss Pearly Strolls, for that very generous contribution to a very impactful future for our indigent children. So before I proceed with the next presenter from the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas chapter, allow me to read some comments from our chat box. We have from Shivi, the DRR elect. Good evening, titas and titos, and my co-Rotaractors. Congrats to the three clubs for the outstanding projects and recognition. Well deserved. You made all Rotaractors from Cebu Fuente very proud. And I know the next successors will not fail us to achieve more. Please excuse me for not turning on my video and microphone, but I am still pagaw and a little bit tired from this week's event. Rest assured, I will always support all the club's projects in the future. And I'm extending my thank you to our dearest mother club for always supporting us and for letting us learn in this cross-mentorship leadership. Thank you as well for sponsoring our imaginative presidents and secretary-elects to join this year's Distas and Pieces. Much love. And we also have a comment from Tita Mean. Thank you, FHM Dr. Fritz and Pearly Strolls, for your scholarship grant for the indigent children with autism. Very inspiring indeed. All right. So again, let us proceed to our president-elect from the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas chapter to be introduced by life-changing President Rotaractor, life-changing President Arwin Epis.
Hello, good evening once again, everyone. So allow me to present my successor, and I am very proud that he will be the one who's going to continue my club's legacies in RCCF UV. And his name is Roldan Lerasan.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So good evening once again, everyone. I am Roldan Silirasan. You can call me Dan in short. I am the president-elect of the Rotaract Club Cebu Puente, University of the Visayas chapter. So next slide, please. So here are our plans for the upcoming Rotary year. First is internal adjustments in our club. So we will do some changes in terms of club management and strategies. We'll focus first with members' welfare and engagement before proceeding with external matters. Because I believe now these changes will truly help achieve continuous and quality improvement. And actually, by the way, our team right now is slowly transitioning or adopting those said changes. Now, number two is aim to implement projects that cater all Rotary areas of focus. Now, one goal of our team is to host or conduct projects that cater all Rotary areas of focus. Hopefully, we can at least make one or more project for every areas of focus. Now, number three, monitor and continue projects of previous term. Now we'll keep on monitoring the sustainable projects of previous term, such as Ecolotion by President Arwin. Fourth, focus more with vocational service projects. So my personal advocacy is in line with vocational services or professional development. So majority of our future projects might be in line with vocational services. And the last one is banner project. So for the banner or flagship project, so I really want to conduct a project that involves employment. Right from the application process of our club, I already told our advisor that I really imagine myself teaching and training my fellow youth about employability and employment. So as a human resource student, I noticed that most students struggled with the interview process. So therefore, why not I guide and or help those who needs mentor or help? So that is so those are a teaser for the plans of our club for the upcoming Rotary year. Now to all my fellow president-elect and teammates, let us embrace the team for the upcoming Rotary year. Let imagination and drive us to do creative and meaningful projects. Let's imagine Rotary. That's all for my report, and have a great night.
All right. Thank you so much, Dan, for that very detailed walkthrough of your plans and programs for the year and for extending your profession to your colleagues or your teammates in the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas chapter. And last but not the least, let us call on the life-changing president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, community-based University of San Carlos chapter, Louis James Saminal, to introduce their incoming president.
Thank you so much, Past President Angelo Page. As we are to wrap up the life-changing Rotary year very soon, dear Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests, I am immensely excited to share to you that I am excited to relinquish my seat to somebody who is ready, empowered, and dedicated. President-elect Reco Maria Diaz.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can I be heard?
Yes, Rico, go ahead.
Yes. Thank you very much, my idol, Char. President Louis James Haminal. Sorry for if my voice is a bit pagaw. As what Ati Shabby has said, we had a very enjoyable moment in General Santos in this task, and our pagaw voices shows our how much we enjoyed in the fellowship. May to show my officers and activities for this year. Plan activities. Can I ask Kuya June to present my slide for me? Thank you for the support, guys. Dili klaro nga cool ba, Char? Okay. Good evening to everyone. I would like to present my officers and my planned activities and personal flagship projects for the Rotary Club of Cebu Puente University of San Carlos. Next slide, please. Introduction of incoming officers for the imaginative team. First, we have the executive officers. With me is the president-elect, and I'm very proud also to present my fellow executive officers. First, my secretary-elect, Abigail Ibanez, which was with me during our distas, in which we learned a lot and we hope to apply what we learned in our imaginative term. Next, we have our executive vice president, Emery Mendez. Wait, I can't see. Our executive treasurer, Francine Biancago, and our executive PRO, Daniel Go. Next slide. We have our board of directors. First, Vice President for Downtown Campus, Edison Amulia. Vice President for Talamban Campus, Kiara Largo. Our internal secretary, Juliana Mabugat. Our external secretary, Marita Nilon. Our assistant treasurer, Kayla Torres. Our executive auditor, Zaira Jimenez. Our assistant auditor, Gabriel Palma. Our assistant PRO, Jelly Dajao. Sorry if I butchered your name, Jelly. Club Service Director for Downtown Campus, Aliana Patano. And Club Service Director for Talamban Campus, Bea Remedio. And the last set, we have our international club director, Anika Jola King. Professional Service Director, Jezreel Abiar. Public Image Director, Shara Lu. Environmental Club Director, Hannah Villar. Intellectual Director, Glide Seicano. Sociocultural Director, Marco Lim. Documentation Director, Glaze Olmedo. Community Service Director, Jezreel Faith Pederes. And our Graphics Director, Yuan Before. So this will be the officers with me as I take on the challenge in this imaginative term. And I hope to build ties with these people because as I've learned in the distas, a successful term is not done only by the president-elect or president, but it is a group of brilliant minds working together to make a successful projects work. Next is the plan of activities for my term. Actually, this plan of activities most of it would be from Kuya Luis' term because as you've already seen, he presented, he gave a very outstanding performance for his life-changing year. And I believe that for the succession of clubs, it is not necessary to start all activities from scratch because for sustainability, it would be better to continue the great activities that he has done and improve it. Next. So here the dietitian, Raking and Nutri Tips. Next. For the banner project, 12 Days of Christmas, we would include the Bukas Palad. Next. Balik Handog. Islandspiration. Santa Tell Me. Makulay na Pasko, Liwanag, and Strands of Hope, Mudagayday, and Piso to End Polio. So those projects will be improved and will be continued in my term. For the personal flagship projects, these are the projects that I suggested during this term, but I was not able to implement or push it through in this term. So I'm planning that maybe I could focus on this term, on these projects during my term. So the first project is Project Handa sa Baha, Bottle Boat for flood-prone areas. Personally, I am inclined to the environmental 7 areas of focus because in 2013, we experienced the Yolanda. Personally, in D1 Eastern Samar, we were the first place that was wrecked by the typhoon, and it has made an impact to me, which I want to address in my term by collecting bottles and either making boats for flood-prone areas, such as the ones in this picture, or making drainage nets with the use of these plastic bottles. And the second one would be Project Tara Baho, better job opportunities for out of school youths. So this one, I was thinking of tapping a certain barangay and then looking for partnerships in other organizations that could help us maximize the free TESDA accreditation courses in helping out of school youths be employed and give them a chance to improve their lives. And that would be all for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rico. No, so you have mentioned earlier that your incumbent president Louis has done an amazing and outstanding performance, but you, Rico, have a chance also to create your own successful projects for the incoming Rotary year. So congratulations to all these incoming presidents. So I know the feeling is a bit anxious, or you're nervous, or you're overwhelmed because of the highlights of the current administration or current Rotary year. But of course, we will continue with our passion to serve. So again, thank you to all Rotaractors, the incumbent presidents and presidents-elect, for presenting your plans and projects for the upcoming year. So at this time, it is now the Rotarians' time to share their message or to share announcements. So let me call on the president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, life-changing president, Rotarian attorney, Bernardino Burns Amago IV.
Thank you again, AJ Lu. So thank you so much to our life-changing presidents and our imaginative presidents. So to our life-changing presidents, once again, congratulations and thank you so much for raising high the banner of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, your mother club, and as well as your respective Rotary Club. You have shown the world that indeed you can change lives. So thank you so much to our life-changing Rotaract presidents. And to our imaginative presidents, fear not, though your predecessors may have achieved a lot, I'm sure that during your time, you will also achieve more. So congratulations in advance for taking on the challenge of leading your respective Rotaract clubs. So let's give our Rotaractors a round of applause. And thank you for sharing your achievements to your mother club. And I hope that next year you will also do the same activity, because it is really worthwhile that your mother club is able to know the updates of your achievements and the milestones that you have reached. So thank you, thank you. Now on the business matters involving our Rotarians, first is I received a communication through an unexpected channel LinkedIn from a Rotarian from Washington, DC, USA. And he wants to speak before our club. His name is Timothy Underwood. And I've agreed because he just said that he wants to speak. That's all the commitment that I can also give him. So he will be our guest speaker for our meeting on June 13. Okay, that's the second Monday of June. So we will have a visitor in the person of Mr. Timothy Underwood. I will meet with him the day before that supposed meeting, and I will give updates should it be necessary. Face to face, just the same setting as today. We will still have options for those who would like to attend the meeting online. Okay, so it will still be hybrid, but the speaker will be here physically. He will be here in Cebu on June 13, barring any, of course, quarantine protocols. Okay. Now, at this point, let's hear some updates on the induction and turnover event that we will have soon. So I'll give the floor to President-elect, Imaginative President Polly Jang.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening, fellow Rotarian and also Rotaractor. Congratulations again, huh? And then I will just speaking our induction. I have so many thinking about the Ion big event and party about my induction, but someone talked to me is that we are now is believing is the pandemic lower to the, that's why we just keep away is the more good. I will have the more action to the service in my year, my term. That's why this induction is the just simple induction, because we have also coming to October, chapter anniversary is the 40th year. We are club is the Ruby level. We need a big grand party. That's why just our induction is simple. Our induction date is the July 2, Saturday, in Lahou Waterfront, Castro Room. Yeah, Lahou in Waterfront. Yeah. And then I will discuss about something, the event and the project is the inform to the maybe updates, because today is the actually not too much joining to the Rotarian, pure Rotarian. That's why I will discuss maybe after next meeting. I will just or inform. Also, I will personal to personal going to the my Rotarian and I will asking something also. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Imaginative President Polly, for the update. So mark your calendar. It will be July 2 evening at 6 p.m. Okay. Also, it may be best that we'll hear more updates from the chairman of the event, our secretary-elect and president nominee, Jomar Ponce, is in Manila for his interview for the US visa because he is attending the Rotary International Convention. Hopefully, he'll get the visa. He hasn't given me any news yet about it. Hopefully, it will be good news. Now, I just like to share to the body that even if we are almost at the tail end of the life-changing year, we are fortunate to have partnered with the Integrated Bar of the Philippines. And because of that, we were able to hold two legal aid, Grand Legal Aid Day at that, involving two groups of indigenous people. One from the Bajau group and the other from the Aita community. So our club is recognized or has been recognized as one of the partners of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines Cebu City chapter. So we are able to report these two legal aid projects to our district 3860 in time for the cutoff, which was last night. So good enough that we're still able to report those two projects. So it will be a shame that we will not have a good project for peace and conflict prevention and resolution when I am a lawyer myself. So it's good that we're able to clinch these two projects then. So for the DISCON participants, know that sadly for our other Rotarians who have not registered, the registration is already closed. I don't know if they will open it again, but for now, the registration is closed. There's no on-site registration, only online. And as on open pang online. There will be an online participation. So you can still register online, but you cannot attend anymore on site. So obviously online you can, no? But if you want to go to Ormoc, no one will prevent you. But you'll just have to attend the activities online though. But you can always join us after the activities for any fellowship outside of the event if you want. Okay. Now, I have created a chat group for our DISCON participants, on-site DISCON participants, so that we can just coordinate on our supposed trip going to Ormoc. I'm glad that so far there are about 9 of us who are attending. So hopefully there will be more who will attend online so we can get more participants then from our club. Now, just an update also, I was able to talk to President Neri Soon of Mandawi City. She was just elected the #1 councilor of Mandawi City. And we have agreed, this is in relation to PDG Mayan's proposal on us getting the bamboo shoots. She agreed that we can plant the bamboo shoot along the river banks of Mandawi City, in partnership with her club, the Rotary Club of Guadalupe. Okay, I guess it would be a good joint projects for the two clubs in the same area. So we will also open the project to the entire clubs of Area 1D together with AG Mike Torres, and hopefully we'll get the same reception as I've had with President Nerissa. So I'll give more updates on that personally to PDG Mayan. So she will update also her contacts for this bamboo shoot planting. Okay. Are there any matters that any of our Rotarians would like to share? Okay, PDG Mayan, you're recognized.
Good evening to all, and thank you very much our honorary member Fritz and Pearl for your generosity on the scholarship grant for Reach. And hello to everyone. Polly, good job. Don't forget the induction checklist. According to Shivi, the checklist has helped her with the DISTA. And Chibi, congratulations for a very successful DISTA. And to the incoming presidents and secretaries, job well done. I think you are now ready to start your term. Having heard your plans as what your Tito Burns said, medyo nahihiya kami konti because your activities and projects are beyond our expectations. And I love your creativity when you pan titles of your project like Bukas and all these. No, we have to learn a lot from all of you. And again, congratulations. Hearing the plans for next year, I know it will be another banner year for our imaginative presidents of the Rotary clubs. And likewise, to our Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. Bubunga ba naman ng puno ng mga ganito na Rotary actors? Anyway, on matters, Rotary matters, President Burns, with regards to the bamboo, past District Governor Edna would like to know how many bamboo seedlings we would like. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Just let me know ASAP. Number two, we had the privilege of listening to past District Governor Tom Gump when he delivered his talk on organizing cause-oriented clubs. And I was so happy that Dina, past President Dina Ramos, and Secretary-elect Tope, together with our district membership chair, Chi, and our incoming deputy and polio now coordinator, Ricky, were with me in that meeting. And it is also an eye-opener. I know Tope listened when one of the Rotarians from the United States mentioned that Tom Gump was their honorary or is their honorary member. And having said that, Tom Gump was responsible in chartering their new Rotary clubs and a Rotary Club, and also increased the membership in the Rotary Club with Tom Gump as honorary member. And just to seize the opportunity, I chatted with Tom Gump. Apparently, no club in the Philippines invited him to be an honorary member. And just top of mind when I said, we would be most honored if you will be the honorary member of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. I didn't even finish my sentence and he said, absolutely. So I now throw it to the membership, to the club, when we would like to induct Tom Gump, perhaps during the induction of President-elect Polly Kaya on July 2, or so that we will be personally inviting Tom Gump in Ormoc to finalize our invitation together with President Burns, President-elect Polly, and of course, past District Governor Yumi and the other officers. So what do you think, President Burns?
I welcome the honorary membership of Mr. Gump, PDG Mayan, and President-elect Polly and I will discuss on how to invite him on what day he is supposed to be inducted for our time. I'm sure we can work around July 2.
Correct. And he can actually be in one of the meetings, a speaker in one of our meetings. And another potential honorary member that I saw would be Andre Suharto. So at where I stand now, I see these opportunities that we can bring in the club, so to strengthen our membership and to grow our membership. This is the contribution that I can share at this point, that I saw some clubs are doing it outside of the Philippines. No one has done it yet in the Philippines. So I thought we'd do it first. So again, I'll throw it to you as for inviting Andre Suharto as RRFC, and he's actually an International Assembly trainer, Andre Suharto, to be one of our honorary members. He will soon be a potential director or might even be president. Tom Gump is also rumored to be a potential RI president.
Yes, PDG Mayan will, again, I'll discuss with President-elect Polly, and I welcome Andre Suharto. He's a Facebook friend now.
Yes, yes. So I will throw all these names, and I hope you'd get back to me so we can actually finalize and firm up our invitation. Thank you, President Burns.
Thank you, PDG Mayan. Anyone else? I just like to recognize, because they were not recognized a while ago, the presence of our Rotarians. We have AG Maricel Amores, Eman Abay-Abay, and Emmy. Wala. Okay, so two of them. Okay, so thank you for attending tonight's meeting. So if there are no other matters to be discussed.
Another President Burns.
Yes.
Though it's not a Rotaract matter, however, he was immediate past Rotaract president of the University of San Carlos. It is still our pride, and we want to congratulate the first ever Mr. Eco Tourism Cebu 2022. Perfect. This will be perfect for our Rotary year 2022-2023. environment project because he's the first ever Mr. Ecotourism Cebu 2022. And no less than our very own Gerald Nitz. Gerald, are you here, Ponce? Yes, he is here. Gerald, congratulations. And well, aside from his winning this title, he's also Mr. Iconic. So Icon Nick and best in Echo Warrior costume. So you see, maraming talo tayo dito. Talo tayo sa mga crop ng mga rotor actors that we have. So ecotourism is aligned with our area of focus on environment. Can you enlighten us on this, Gerald?
All right, Tita. So the Mr. Ecotourism Cebu 2022, it's actually the first launch, no? Like the, what's this? First pageant Ecotourism Cebu. It was held yesterday, no, at Golden Peak Hotel Suites Convention Center, and this event is actually aiming to promote more the ecotourism in Cebu, especially in the local communities in both southern and the northern part of Cebu. And there I competed along with other 19 candidates from different municipalities and cities in Cebu. And yeah, luckily I was able to bring home the crown. Yes, then hopefully for the next weeks or months, maybe next month, we are working on to compete for national pageants. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerald. Back to you, President Burns.
Thank you, PDG Man, and congratulations to Gerald for winning Mr. Ecotourism. And for sure, he will lead us in our ecotourism projects then for next year. And hopefully for that, our bamboo shoot planting, okay, that I've just announced a while ago. Okay, PDG Yumi asked about where we could plant, where exactly in Mandaue. Yes, it's along the Butuanon River. That was the initial talk I've had with President Nirisa soon, because PDG Mian also mentioned that it may be a good idea to do it along the river banks. So if you have something in mind, Govyumi is also a consultant of Mandaue City, which I also am. So we can coordinate PDG Yumi where we can have that planting then. This particular area. Yes, sige, Govyums, we will consider. Actually, we will use the area that you have in mind because there has been no there has been no definite area also provided just yet or agreed on. So again, are there any other matters that you would like to raise to the body? Can I have
other matters again?
Sige, PDG Mayan.
Sorry, just a reminder on May 18, it will be the 40th day of since he passed away, of the only son of our past president, Attorney Dodong Baduel. It's a Zoom mass. So I already posted it. I was so excited. I thought it was tonight. Like Gov Miyums here was also excited. And also Maricel. I said we will multitask. But it's still on May 18. So May 18 on Zoom. I hope we will come in full force via Zoom and rename yourself to RCCF. So past President Dodong will see that we are in full force. So May 18, I'll just remind all of you again. The invitation was sent by the daughter Bambi, as requested by past President Dodong Baduel.
Duly noted, PDG Mayan. We will wait for the invitation via our group chat then in Facebook and in Viber. Okay, so you would know the access details to the online tribute to the son of past President Baduel, Dodong Baduel. So there being no other matters to be discussed, I hereby call this 29th General Membership Meeting adjourned. fellowship continues. Thank you so much for those who are attending online. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to the Rotor actor, Ejulu. Great hosting as always.
Thank you, Tita. Thank you, Rotary Club, Mother Club.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Good evening and bye. Bye, everyone. Congrats. Thank you so much to our FHM Fritz and Pearly. Thank you so much for your donation. Jason, pareho lagi tag face mask. Pareho tag color face mask. Bye, everyone. Good night.